Good morning everyone, gather around because we might have a pivot, okay? I don't want to say it out loud, however I'm yelling it actually, but we might have a pivot on all kind of charts on all the assets. We need to discuss about that because there are uncertainties obviously and we cannot be 100% sure for now. However, the chart just gave us some kind of a inflicting point, some kind of hope which we can assume that we might have seen the bottom of the downtrend of EGLD. Now, obviously for Bitcoin, we've seen it in December, but EGLD is going down continuously. We are going to check on that as well. We are going to check on Bitcoin. We are going to discuss what happened yesterday on the Multiverse X spaces because it's quite interesting. I'm gonna tweet about that as well. But most importantly, we are going to discuss what needs to happen in order to start to go up, to switch this downtrend to an uptrend, and what could invalidate this pivot theory. So yeah, let's start. If you haven't done it before, please do subscribe and press the like button, blah, 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 all the due diligence. But yeah, please do that because it's important. And we are going to start with Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, I mean, probably you've seen on all the charts that everything pumped. Now, the thing is that everybody says this was because of the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF was not approved, but they might have come very close to it, to the ETF to be approved because they won in court against the SEC. Because they wanted to convert their Bitcoin trust to Bitcoin spot ETF, which was rejected by the SEC, and the court ruled that the SEC wasn't right rejecting that, and they might have just opened the road for a new Bitcoin ETF. Obviously, if this gets approved, then all the other hedge funds, trusts will just use the lessons learned from Grayscale. They will apply the same applications, and all the ETFs are going to be or will need to be approved on the long run and or the short term as well. Now, this was a bit interesting, and even though the news were very bullish and that's what we see on the chart, the thing is that everything else also pumped. The stock market even went up, and we could see 3, 4, 5%, which I think in crypto is like 15-20%. Therefore, I am not 100% sure that this is the only thing which pumped the market. However, obviously this was a big contributor. Now, what we can see on Bitcoin's chart. Bitcoin's chart is a hype pump right now. I never trust these type of pumps to be sustainable. I never trust these pumps to be a long-term pump or the start of a big and sustainable upward trajectory. However, it can be an inflecting point. It can be a pivotal turn in the downtrend. As you can see right now here, I have the red line and the green line. If I just bring it here, you can see that the green line is just going to the infinite. We don't need to discuss that just yet. We need to discuss the red line. As you can see, I said that it's going to go to 25,000 something, which it went even below, way below, and then it is going to come back to 26, 27. It went up way higher because we went to the 28,000, after which we probably will go down to 24,000. Now, if you see my video here, then you know that I have buy orders set to 24,000 and 20,000, and on Ethereum on 1,500 and 1,200. I am not 100% sure right now that the price will go there. However, I don't want to rule this out. It is very important to stay vigilant. It is very important to be realistic, okay? Make sure that the FOMO doesn't kick in, because right now we did have a huge pump. We did have an euphoria, which probably was sold by the big ones. So many people just profited on this, and it is possible that the price will come down. Now, the new direction will be given by the next low point, okay? That is what we need to discuss. That is what we need to be aware of, because if the price goes here and here stops and starts to uptrend, that would mean that this downtrend is over, okay? That downtrend will be over. Now, in the other case, if the price comes down again to the 26,000, goes around here, and then pushes lower, comes back and doesn't break this support here, I mean this resistance, and cannot make another higher high, let's say, that will be the proof that the buyers didn't have enough power to push it back up. This wasn't a fake out, and we probably will go lower. Now, until then, obviously, we have time. Until then, we need to monitor the price all the time, because if this doesn't happen and we will just hover somewhere here, that is a very good buy zone. Now, here is my skepticism as always. I don't think that all these ETFs, all these hedge funds, everybody who wants to offer to their clients Bitcoin as ETF would want to buy at these prices. I think they will want and they will crash it a bit, okay? We still going to see a black swan event, something which is a big FUD, something which will just push the price down. And I'm telling you right now, that will be the time when everybody will start to accumulate. I mean, not the retail, because many people will be scared, many people will just leave the market. But for them, that will be the point when they just buy in, okay? Buy in and buy in hard. They will manipulate and keep the prices there. Maybe it will be this zone. Maybe it will be just above 20,000, you know, just to make sure that not everybody leaves. Hope is not lost, but we do have a black swan event, we do have a crash, so some people will leave, many people will sell their Bitcoin, and that is when the big ones, the institutions, will just buy in, and yeah, from there we will probably pump like crazy. So keep that in mind, because it's important, and make sure that when the time comes, if there is this black swan event, if you see a flash crash here and then like a sideways movement there, that might be the time to buy in, okay? I'm not saying that you should buy in, I'm saying I will buy in, okay? There's a huge difference, not financial advice. Okay, let's move forward and see what Ethereum is doing, and after that we will check on EGLD as well, because in this video probably EGLD is the most interesting one. So Ethereum right now is holding this uptrend. As you can see that this trend line, I mean, this is a very fresh trend line. I mean, this was the original trend line, and this was the line which Ethereum should have held, but it didn't. Since then, it came down. This Fibonacci retracement just held the price. Right now, it had a pump from 1650 to 1700, which is not a huge pump. I was expecting a bit bigger. However, right now, money just went into Bitcoin because it's about the Bitcoin ETF. And we are waiting right now. We are waiting what Bitcoin is doing. If Ethereum will pump first, before Bitcoin, then we can expect Bitcoin to also start to pump a bit later, because there are also rumors about Ethereum ETF. We don't know much about that yet. It is a gray area about when we talk about ETFs, the Ethereum ETF. However, Ethereum will be a very important player in the institutional part as well, because it has the tradition, it's the second biggest crypto, so on, so on. Let's go forward and check what happened on Multiverse X with EGLD. Now, before I go into the chart and I tell you the good news, probably many people will be very excited about it. We do have some invalidation zones. We do have some resistances to break. But yesterday I was listening into the Builder Spaces podcast on Twitter with Beniminku and Sever Moldovan. It was a very nice initiative. It was good to see that they are open, or they open for new builders. However, in the space, in the conversation, I could kind of hear that inner circle. Okay, I was really thinking that Georgiana and NFTR market the day before yesterday, they exaggerated, and it's not that hard to reach the Multiverse X team. But yes, in the space I could hear that. In the space I could somehow feel this inner circle, you know, Benny asking, hey, anybody wants to ask a question? Razvan, Eddie, Mihai, and then all of them asked the question, and then Jose, obviously, and Buenos Tardes, blah, blah, blah. They are buddies. Obviously, it can be heard. And at the end of the spaces, Benny asks Sever, are there any more requests? Are there any more questions? And Sever said, This is like crazy. He said that, yes, many people requested to speak, but I don't recognize any of them to be builders, so we can go forward. No questions. And if any of you guys are founders, sorry about that, but I don't know you yet. So it was kind of interesting to hear that. The initiative is good, obviously, and they are going to be open 3 hours every day for new builders, new founders, to get advices from Sever. Obviously, he has lots of experience how to build a startup and how to build communities. But right off the bat, at the first moment when they want to ask, they are rejected. So whatever, let's go forward and talk about the EGLD chart. Okay, so what is happening here now? So no lines, no clusters, no Fibonacci, just the chart, okay? Because we need to have a clean look, okay? We need to have a clean look. We need to make sure that we understand what is happening. So you can see that this is a downtrend, okay? We are going down. What we are looking for is 2 bottoms, with the second one higher than the first one. We had here one, which should have been a trend pivot. It wasn't. It was in March. Since then, things are going down. We also had a lot of FUD. EGLD didn't pump. We didn't have any since then. I mean, we could argue that this was as well. However, at this point, there was no higher high. So we need to look at these things like this. We need higher lows, the 2 bottoms, and we need higher highs. If you don't have higher highs, only higher lows, then obviously that is a triangle, which can go either way. Lately, it is going down. So make sure that you understand that. Now, if I go back and just unhide all my doodles here and resistance and everything, we are going to discuss what is needed to happen in order to consider this a higher low and a higher high. Now, with this wick, with this big wick, and with this bottom, we do have a higher low. That means that we could have a trend pivot here, because we have these 2 already, meaning that buyers are in power right now, and more people are buying than those who are selling. Simply put, people just profited from these lows and they are buying EGLD. However, in order to confirm this movement, in order to confirm that yes, we are in a trend pivotal, we need to break a very important resistance. First of all, we need to break this high. We need the price to go up, break this, and come down back and confirm, like sitting on it, and starts to go up. Okay, that is very important. If we don't see that, obviously the trend is not in pivot, and we will probably just keep going down. As you can see right now, this price, the price is kind of battling this downtrend. As you can see right now, the trend is battling this downtrend, meaning that it couldn't even re-enter the downtrend or the falling wedge. That is very important to break, and it is very important to get back into this range in order to give some hope to the people, because the price is not the price itself, okay? The chart, the candles, everything is buyers and sellers, okay? And if the buyers are not convinced to buy, then sellers will get more motivation maybe, or sellers will be skeptical and they will sell more. So that is how you should think about this. Therefore, we need, first things first, to re-enter this range. Okay, just show that, okay, we re-enter this stage. After we re-enter this stage, we need to break this resistance. After it is broken, we need to show, I mean, the price needs, the buyers needs to be in power and start to trend up to attack the higher part of this trend. Now, you can't see it because I'm going out of the screen, but we need to break this one as well. You see, I am using trends and resistance and support and everything. Now, that is why, because I like to use at least 3 confluences, I need to confirm my theory with many things. So for me, this week is not convincing just yet, okay? This is flash crash, this is people buying in on impulse. These are not sustainable hodler buyers, okay? These are not the buyers who will buy it and just keep it. This is the buyers who probably or might sell somewhere here because they just did a 50x. Keep that in mind, very important. Therefore, that's why we need to keep these levels, okay? We need to keep this level in check. We need confirmation, breakout, confirmation, and trending up and attacking this line, this upper zone of the falling wedge. Otherwise, we will not see a trend pivot. This might be a trend pivot. We are not 100% sure just yet. This minus 40% that we are going to the below 20 is still in play. Okay, this is not invalidated at all. However, if we keep this range, this uptrending price, it could be good. It might happen that this shock, this positive shock of the market just saved the EGLD price. Okay, but I don't want to yell it out loud because it might just happen that people start to sell and EGLD will go down again. Now, what will invalidate our theory? That is the question. Okay, what will be the point when we can say that no, this is not going anywhere else, this is not going up, this is just gonna continue going down? It's this point. It's this range. As you can see, this range already had the price a couple of times. Okay, here buyers are buying and sellers don't sell because they are still like not 100% sure what is going to happen. If we break this part, so if we see a price which goes below here and comes back and cannot break it again, then that would mean that this movement, this one, was not a fake out. It was a start of a mini downtrend, meaning that we are not in an uptrend, invalidates our uptrend theory and confirms our theory that we are still in a downtrend and we can expect that it is going lower and lower until EGLD can break through this line, can make a higher high, can confirm that higher high and starts to go up. So this is the movement what we need, hopefully from here, okay, hopefully from here. Hopefully from this point, okay? I hope that we are not gonna go down here. Hopefully from this point we will just go up, break it, confirm, and continue the uptrend. That is what I'm waiting for. That is what I expect at this point. But if we break this line here, this range, then obviously my theory is invalidated and we are back in the downtrend theory. And yeah, that is the place for shorts. So hope that you liked the content. If you did, subscribe, press the like button, you know, all the YouTube shit. Make sure that you are careful. This is not the time, in my opinion, to trade. This is the time to wait. This is the time to see what is going to happen. We are in a very narrow range. I think it will break out to one of the sides. We don't know yet to which side, but obviously when it does, I will report. And also I am reporting on Twitter every move. Thanks, and I guess I see you in the next video. Happy trading.